The college football experience, Missouri State Bears 2025 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com with our promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Mike Leach, head football coach at Mississippi State. And you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. 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 Woo! Welcome. Welcome to the college football experience. Missouri State Bears 2025 season preview episode. It is not the first time that I have previewed Missouri State. I did cover them on the FCS for years, but they are now in the FBS, and it should be a fun team to talk about. As not only family connections at the head coaching and offensive coordinating positions, but just I'm just on board. 136 teams, is that too many? Fuck no. All right. I've always kind of built into the, or bought into the theory that I believe every state should have representation in the FBS. So like Vermont and Maine and shit. But I'm almost of the opinion that you should at least have two. And Missouri only had Missouri for so long. I love the competition now. Let's go State. All right. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
Oh, boy. Freshly back from Mountain West Media Days. Talking to coaches all week and players. Talking to other college football media. It feels like the season's here right now. YouTube.com/The College Experience. We're breaking down all 136 teams. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the College Basketball Experience as well. When the season goes live, we go live every night of the season over there, but also for football every night of the season. We will be live. Give it up for former staffer at Austin Peay with the Governors, at South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and at West Virginia with the Mountaineers, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Money Line Mac. How are you, brother?
What is up, man? Yes, Missouri State, welcome to the FBS. Excited to talk about these Bears. Let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Let's go. Shout out to the chat. Like I said, youtube.com/The College Experience. We're breaking down all 136 teams. Solo episode for every team in the land. Come be a part of the chat. I see Cannabis Capper, Tyler in there. They're excited. And it is fun watching the FCS school jump to the big leagues. And before we even get to the coaching front, I mean, this is a school that it's quite fascinating because they have only been to the FCS playoffs twice. And they just said, fuck it, we're in. But that's what you got to love about college football, man. I mean, this is a team, Mac. I mean, yes, great season last year. 8-4 and 21, you're 8-4 and made the FCS playoffs. And in the COVID year, you made the FCS playoffs, but it's not like they have a ton of great seasons. You have to really go back to the late 80s, where they made late 80s, they made the 1AA. So I guess 4 times, but they've only made it twice in the past, 30 years. So they're going all in, and I love that. That's one of the elements of college football I love from a bird's eye view. But look, they're coming off their best season in a few years here. why not make the jump right now? What do you make of the Bears jumping up to the FBS?
Yeah, you're right. Looking at it, they have a losing record all time, but hey, it's a new era. They've been able to put together some winning seasons. Petrino, obviously, before he jumped over to Arkansas, and then Ryan Beard headed into his third year. So some excitement. We'll talk about the schedule down the road, getting a Power 4 team coming to them. So it's a good time. I mean, we see the enthusiasm on the basketball front. So love to see the football program get it going here.
Yeah, and I think before we even get into, we'll talk about coach in a second, but they went 8-4 last year with a 1-score loss to Ball State at Schumann, a 1-score loss to the Montana Grizzlies, who were the runner-up in the national championship the year prior. They did get blown out by North Dakota State at North Dakota State, and they did get blown out by South Dakota State. But you can make a case. I honestly believe this, actually. Outside of Liberty,
yeah,
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think the Missouri Valley is a better college football conference than the Conference USA, even with Liberty, because North Dakota State and Liberty are pretty much on the same level. South Dakota State's in there. Right? Southern Illinois has had playoff success. Youngstown State's had playoff success. Northern Iowa's had playoff success. South Dakota, the Coyotes. North Dakota, the Fighting Sioux. They've all been good. And Illinois State's had some success before. So I actually think, a lot of people are going to make a big deal about this jump. I think to me, the Missouri Valley and the Big Sky are the two elite conferences in the FCS. SoCon you throw in there maybe as well. Certain years, I mean, SoCon certainly was when they had App State and Coastal and all those schools, and Georgia Southern back in the day.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, if you had to power rank the FCS conferences, I think number 1 would be the Missouri Valley. Number 2 would be the Big Sky over the past 5 years. You can make a case. I like I said, I think it's better than the FCS or than the FCS than the CUSA.
Well, and you've always said this, and I agree with this. The Dakotas, North Dakota State and South Dakota State, if you put them in the FBS, they're a fringe top 25 team. Like, we saw North Dakota State last year go to Boulder and go toe to toe with them. We see
they won at Kansas State, they won at Iowa. I mean, they've had. I mean, South Dakota State barely lost Iowa. What was that, 7-3 and 2 safeties or some shit like that?
Yeah. In the Conference USA, the coaches have been leaving the conference compared to like what we talk about the Mountain West, where there's really good coaches coming in. I feel like it's the opposite with Conference USA. Jerry Kill left a couple years ago. Rich Rod left. Jamie Chadwell probably leaving.
Stock still got fired for some strange reason.
Yeah,
right.
They've been downgrading their coaches. So yeah, there's an opportunity here for these Bears.
I think so too, man. And let's jump into it. Shout out to the chat, by the way. Shout out to Sports Sentiment. What's up, Nick from San Jose? Nick does a great job, play-by-play guy for San Jose State Spartans. I was able to hop on his show. Make sure you check out Nick. Great fucking guy. And he got Spencer Danielson interview. Go listen to that thing. Tyler in the chat say, what's our opinion on North Dakota State and South Dakota State and why they haven't jumped? I think there's a lot of reasons. They need the invite, but I'm sure they've had the invite offers. But I also think they're in states that, I mean, first off, they like being dominant, I think. And I think they probably would expect I don't want to downgrade what Missouri State is doing, but I think they might expect something better than the Conference USA, believe it or not. And I don't mean that I love the Conference USA. East Carolina was in the Conference USA for a long time, but I'm just saying, I think they would expect maybe a Mountain West, maybe a Pac-12. I don't know, but I think the MAC and CUSA, they might look at like, man, we're better than that. We should be in the American or something. I don't know that to be fact, but I can tell you that I think is an element. Another thing is the money. It's like a $5 million jump right now, but that is being tested, I believe, in court. So you might see something there. But Missouri State, I love the fact that they have this, these dream of saying, hey, we're going to be somebody now. So the coach is Ryan Beard, youtube.com/the college experience. Let's start these slides. Look, Ryan Beard is 12-11. He was 4-7 taking over for the great, legendary Bobby Petrino, aka Road Rash Face. But look, Ryan Beard was 4-7 and 23 in his first year as a head coach. He's 8-4 last season, like I said, in a tough conference, and really was knocking on the door in a couple of those games. He is married to Bobby Petrino's daughter.
Yep. 4 kids.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. There we go. He was at Louisville and Western Kentucky with Bobby Petrino. And he was a coordinator, the defense coordinator under Bobby Petrino at Missouri State. And his OC is Bobby Petrino's son. So, I mean, they're just, should we just blindly take the over right now? 12-11.
End the episode.
Yeah,
over.
end the episode. We'll take the over. Stay off the actually, no. Stay on the motorcycle. Yeah, I mean, look, it's such a small sample size. It's hard to like. They got fucked up by North Dakota State and South Dakota State last year. But like I said, they're basically like North Dakota State and South Dakota State are like, to me, better than Liberty. Like they're by a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The rest are all quality games. Those are the only 2 games they got blown out. The rest are either wins or 1-score losses. Which one was to an FBS and Ball State. And the other was Montana, the runner-up in the national championship prior in the FCS. So I think they are in decent shape now. Obviously, this jump we've never seen. Missouri State hasn't been a super successful team historically, but hey, I mean, like I said, I think it's kind of a step down in competition. So maybe they do hit the ground running. What do you make of Coach Beard?
Yeah, they doubled their win total from year 1 to year 2. He's of course got a strong coaching background, being on the Petrino tree and working for him and working his way up, and he was his DC. So I think it is a big year. I know it's a transition year from the Valley to Conference USA, but we already mentioned it. I don't think it's going to be from a talent standpoint. It's just you're playing different schemes week in and week out, but they're going to have to in Conference USA adjust to Ryan Beard and Petrino's offense as well.
Well, and another thing is before, you're playing in the Missouri Valley, which is all northern teams, man. I know there's a couple dome teams in that conference, but you're playing at, the Dyke House there in Brookings, South Dakota, which, outside cold weather, Southern Illinois, cold weather, Illinois State, cold weather, Youngstown State, cold weather, a lot of these cold weather teams. You're playing a lot of this could be your advantage now is there's not many cold weather teams in the CUSA. That could be to your advantage. Mm-hmm. The offense a year ago within the FCS, Nick Petrino, the OC, shout out to Nick Petrino, 13th in scoring offense, 5th in passing offense, 97th in rush offense, charting at the number 17 offense in the FCS. I actually believe they're probably better than that. But like I said, they played in the toughest conference. So they're probably like a top 10 offense. They return their star quarterback, Jacob Clark. This guy's stats, dude. What the fuck? 36 touchdowns, 8 interceptions in his career. Okay. I'm buying in.
Yeah, that's solid. It's good to have that production coming back.
Yeah. Experience in the system too. I mean, come on. You got to love that this day and age. They bring back a lot on the O-line, 4 of 5 on the O-line. They also bring back Gary Clinton at the tight end spot and Jmari Robinson at the receiver spot. And then Jacob Clark, that quarterback we just alluded to. I am sold on the offense being able to move the ball because I think these defenses are worse than the Missouri Valley. So yeah, sign me up for the offense. Now I'm not going to say they're going to be 17th in the nation because that was FCS, but those numbers we can't even do that exercise we normally do. But how about you? You think this offense will roll?
I think so. I mean, what's one of the things we talk in episode after episode? Returning production on the offensive line. You got a 2-year starter now with you laid out his stats. You got experience at the receiver and tight end position as well. So I think this offense will be just fine in this league. Like we keep saying, man, the Conference USA defenses are not that good.
Yeah, and especially like Sam Houston was like the best defense. Their whole defense is gone.
Yeah,
because the coach left and the DC left. He's out in North Texas, so it's like Most Jacksonville State. Remember they had I'm drawing a blank on the DC's name. He was at Oklahoma and now he's at West Virginia.
Zach
Yeah,
Alley.
yeah, Zach Alley. He's gone too. So they're kind of in this rebuild throughout the whole conference. So I think they might be able to take advantage of that with this many returning production. They did go to the portal. They brought in Drew Votto there from Eastern Michigan at the quarterback spot, give him some depth. Josh Joyner, a running back from Wazoo, and this is the one I'm really excited about. Running back Shomari Lawrence from the airport. Look, this is a guy that played with Mike McIntyre, and I thought he was good. Prior to that, he was at South Dakota with the Coyotes, and he was good. I think that's a really good get. I think he's going to be their starting running back, and that makes their offense even more, respectable to me. Isaiah McMorris, a wide receiver, comes in from Nebraska. Couple tight ends, Dylan Hipp from Ole Miss, James Rexroth from Arkansas State, and then on the offensive line, 2 Power 5 guys, and Gaye and Ewell coming in from Louisville and Kansas. Sign me up for the offense, man. I think the offense is going to do some things.
I agree, and Lawrence, he has production wise close to 1,300 career yards, and this is his 6th year in college, so he's an older guy. So last spot for him, I think he'll have a big year.
Dude, he can play. He can play. Like I've watched enough of him in the FCS/FIU to know he can play. We're going to talk about the defense, but before we do that, I want to let you know that the college football experience, Missouri State Bear Style, is brought to you by us. Yes, we are part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Get all the SGPN picks and props for free with the SGPN app, which is free to download. Just type in SGPN in whatever app store you use. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride. We're also brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. Yes, think you know ball, then you have to enter Circa's football contest with $21 million in guaranteed prizes. There is no rake, so if entries go above the guarantee, all of the extra money will go to the prize pool. Circa Millions, you pick 5 teams against the spread each week, or go for the ultimate sweat, and this is the NFL, obviously, in Circa Survivor. There's also there is the Circa Grandissimo for $100,000 Survivor contest as well. You must register in person at the Circa Sportsbook in Nevada, Las Vegas. I was just there yesterday. Phenomenal place. Great excuse to book a trip to Vegas. Biggest sportsbook in the world. Stadium swim's fantastic. You never know who you're going to run into. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use our promo code SGP to get $50 off those proxy fees. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport, including all the summer sports. I got action on the CFL game going on right now. MLB, racing, golf, tennis, WNBA, everything. And of course, they got college football futures. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations as well. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag. And when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. Of course, that's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back. Shout out to Sunday Puncher in the chat. Thanks for doing this. Info is crucial. We love it, man. That's we love college sports. And thank you for tuning in, man, because it's great to have. It's great to know that we think we're doing a good job, but depends on what day you ask me, right? Look,
drink we're on.
Yeah. Missouri State, their defense was not very good in the FCS last year. Now, I tend to think the defense might have been better than their numbers because you're playing South Dakota State's and South Dakota and North Dakota State's offenses, but still. This might be an area of weakness, Mac. 87th in scoring defense in the FCS. 58th pass defense in the FCS. 95th rush defense in the FCS. Charting at the 83rd best defense in the FCS for defense coordinator LD Scott. All right. Maybe these Conference USA teams are going to be able to move the ball. Yeah. To be fair, though, like South Dakota State and North Dakota State on the offensive line are fucking phenomenal. So maybe that jaded these numbers a little bit, and they're like top 60 defense in the FCS. But still, this is a big jump.
Yeah, and Missouri State, looking back on it, they were 6-0 headed into the final 2 games last year in conference play, 8-2 overall. and then they played the Bison and Jackrabbits and gave up a combined 114 points. So they got their ass kicked by those two. But like we said, man, those are fringe top 25 teams in the FBS. So yeah, LD Scott coming back for another year. He's been there since 2020. On the staff in different roles. So the Conference USA, it feels like these games are always shootouts. So I'm interested to see how it translates.
Well, when I think of, I know Charles Kelly is a defensive guy Jacksonville State hired, but Sonny Cumbie does like to throw the ball around. He's a Mike Leach guy. Phil Longo is Derry Raid as well. He's Sam Houston State's recent, most recent hire, but they're not on the schedule. But yeah, I mean, Jamie Chadwell, they can score points. There are some offenses that you sit there and say, we think Willie Simmons will hit the ground running a little bit there at FIU. So I'm very concerned at this area. I will say this. I am very concerned that you're going to have to be better this year. Now, they return 4 starters, 3 in the secondary. Dylan Simmons at the nickelback spot, safety JJ O'Neal and EJ Williams at the other safety spot. It's just 1 on the defensive line and Giles Cho. Kicker Yusuf Obeid also back. I mean, they hit the portal. They went out and got DJ Wesselak from Oregon State on the D line. Linebackers Jalen Brooks from Campbell, McGuire Neal from Biff Poggi and Charlotte, Grayson Cutchlow from the Missouri Tigers, cornerback Jordan Dunbar from Bowling Green, cornerback Antonio Smith from FAU, and safety Christian Ford from Arkansas. I thought they would maybe attack the D line a little more.
Yeah,
personally, I am concerned in this area. Very concerned. Look, the secondary seems to be like one of the things which might benefit them with so many teams running air raid shit in this conference, but little concern on the defensive side. But yeah, I mean, I can't say their numbers. We can't do that exercise. So I'm just going to say defense will be the thing I will be paying attention to early. And it is not a good thing when you open up with Lincoln Riley, might I add. But at least your secondary is the strongest unit on your team. So we'll get to that in a second. But look, we talk state of the program. This is exactly why we talk state of the program. Teams that are ambitious, that say, hey, we can go to the FBS and dominate. We see what's happened with these other schools like Liberty, like Sam Houston, like App State and Georgia Southern and Coastal. Why can't that be us? I like that. That's part of state of the program. Your roster, your coaches. They've been Petrino based for a long time now, right? Petrino family based. Also, you got fans, the fan buy-in, stadium, all that stuff is state of the program. Plaster Stadium, great fucking name. I know it's after a person, but I'm just saying. Yes. 84 years young. Now I gave this thing a 7 of 10. You give me another cocktail. I might even give it an 8. It's a good stadium. And look at this thing, man. 84 years old. They've been playing games there. All right. It's a nice stadium, man. And this is what I'm talking about. You got to fucking, look, they're the Bears. They have, it's the separated stadium, but you could tell, I think, even though it's 84 years old, that I see the potential there because you see that space. They could be building onto that thing right there. But I like this stadium. I love it. I love the fact they've been there. They've been playing ball on this field for 84 years. And one of the things, Mac, I do like the classic press box that they have there. And just that right there, just old, it just looks old and just history. I just feel like all these greats probably played there from Missouri State. They got a big ass bear statue, always scores points when you have a big ass bear statue, in my opinion. Look at this, man. You got good fans, or you got what's better than college football with the bands and everything? You got the big ass bear on the outside of the stadium. You got passionate fans. Bear up, let's go. But the real thing I want to talk about, because they do have good fans, all right, and I'm excited that they can be excited about this. But one of the things that really stands out to me, and look at Bobby. Look at Bobby. back in the day, a couple years ago.
There he is.
Oh yeah. He knew then they were building a monster.
Yeah.
But one of the things I do like, Mac, is they still have a helmet car. That matters to me. Maybe I need to give it a 9 because I believe personally that I think them and Washington are the only ones that really stand out in my memory that still have the helmet car. This should be written into, what do we do? We're doing all this reform in college sports right now, right?
Yeah.
This should be written into, whatever the NCAA rules. You must have helmet car if you're going to play football. All right. I want a helmet car on every damn sidelines. It makes the sport cooler. As a kid, I remember thinking, hey, great. Isn't that great? I was watching the NFL back in the 80s and they all had helmet cars, right? Colleges had helmet cars. They need to be like, it's not that fucking expensive. You just fix up a golf cart. You know what? UCLA still has one too. There's 3 that I know of because I've actually been in the UCLA one. Where are you at with helmet cars and why is that the greatest invention since electricity?
I love helmets. I love helmet gadgets. I always got to flex my Redskins helmet.
Let's go.
I'm at my parents' house for the weekend visiting family for everybody for my setup. But yeah, I love helmet cars. I love unique stuff that only college football provides in college basketball, and that's like you said. That's why we don't like the pros because everything's corporate, everything's the same. It's not unique. Look at that thing.
That's what I'm saying. Why this shit is, what is that? $2,000 maybe at most?
Yeah.
Every school should have this thing. And it should be decked out. You could do a lot of things with this. You could do, you could
put cooler in there.
That's what I'm saying. You could really think outside the box here, but it's personality. All right. And that's what college football is. Like you said, the pro sports are just such corporate, mundane, same old. All the stadiums look the same. Fucking shopping malls. Our stadiums are different. Our uniforms are different. I was listening to someone the other day talking about Mike Gundy, and they're saying, that's the best part about college football is you have someone like Mike Gundy. The NFL would be like, no, he's, you have Biff Poggi with cut off sleeves. You got Bob Nielsen in South Dakota rocking the tie. You know what I mean? Like there's just personality, and it starts with a good helmet car in my mind. But what do you give the stadium 1 to 10, man? Look at the tailgating scene, man.
Give it an 8. 17K it holds. I think that they're going to be able to jam another couple in there. And like you said, they should expand that thing at Placer Stadium.
Yeah, great name.
That's a great name.
We got to make a trip to Plaster Stadium.
Yeah.
State of the program, we talk about program on the rise. I gave it a 6 of 10 because even though their history might not say they've been dominant, you got stability with the Petrino family there, right? And you coming off one of your best years, and you're jumping to the FBS in a time where I think they might be able to capitalize on the fact even though they're jumping to the FBS, I think they're jumping to a worse conference. And that might help them long term. And there should be a second school in Missouri. Think about all the retreads you could get from Mizzou. And remember their state laws. Remember, they can pay kids in high school. A lot of states can't. You can't do that. That could be a huge advantage for Missouri State, Mac. What do you give the state of the program?
I was going to give it a 7 just because they're jumping up. I almost went 8, but like you said, they don't have the history. I want to see a winning season at the FBS level before I jump that high.
Yeah, that's fair. Look, we're going to get to the schedule right now, but before we do that, I want to let you know that the college football experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Basketball Mania has happened all summer long. Giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades, and best ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. So jump on over to Underdog Fantasy and sign up. And when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Yeah, you probably heard me talk about Rhythm before. They just dropped a new game-changing feature called Power Trends. These are AI-detected patterns where Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a very high ROI. Think like a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. Power Trends are updated daily, too, and they're exclusive to Rhythm and Rhythm only. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets, baby. Look, MLB power trends have been fire this season. 254 and 147, a win rate of 63%, and an ROI of 4.5% in their last 400 bets. WNBA power trends, 35 and 20 since it launched. Almost 64% win rate there, too. 63.64. 20.7% ROI. So what are you doing, folks? Download the Rhythm app, check out Power Trends, and start betting smarter. You know we will be. Get your free 7-day trial period today. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm. All right, let's get to the schedule because week 1. Hey, you're in the FBS. Let's take on the team that's got the most draft picks in college football history. Go to the legendary LA Coliseum. You'll know you're in the in the FBS because you are going to give up 1,000 yards probably. I mean, I'll tell you this. I thought D'Anton Lynn did a good job on the defense coordinating side for USC last year, kind of making them tougher. I expect them to take another jump. They brought in Rob Ryan. I think they're going to be a little nastier on defense. And this will be the best USC defense in like a decade, I think. However, I still think if they are a little slow, Missouri State might be able to move the ball a little bit. But no, I'm all over USC. What are you doing here?
Yeah, USC, probably by 40, to be honest. This is a tough one with all the defensive questions to draw week 1. And, you know, USC is going to be licking their chops to get off to a fast start after a disappointing year.
Yeah, but now you go back-to-back away to start your FBS career. Mac, this is a winnable game, dude. I was thinking about this, man. You are getting Marshall at the now. The only like you would if in a perfect world you would throw this week 1 and USC week 2, because your confidence might be a little bit shot defensively when USC throws for 900 on you. But dude, this is winnable. Marshall is replacing everybody, man. I have to take Marshall, but this is like a 50-50 game to me. Actually, you know what? The more I think about it, give me Missouri State. I think their offensive continuity is going to be all the difference here. Give me Missouri State to get this dub. Marshall has too many fucking new faces, new offense, new defense, their whole team left. Now, I don't feel strong about it, but I think this is definitely going to be a 1-score game. But who's got the more proven quarterback? And this is his 3rd year in the system.
Missouri State.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you because also Marshall's off Georgia. That's more of a body blow game.
Yeah.
But the only thing is it's a primetime game in Huntington, Gibson's first home game. But I think Missouri State's better. I'm with you. Give me Missouri State.
1-1. Then the SMU Mustangs made the college football playoffs, man.
How'd they get this on the schedule?
I mean, this place is going to be super fucking lit for this game. The only problem is
they're going to be plastered here.
I think when we did the SMU preview, I was like, watch out. This is dangerous. But I just think Jennings, they're going to fuck them up. I don't think they have the defense to go with SMU's offense. So I have to take SMU here, but this is their home opener in the FBS. You got a college football playoff team coming there. I can't wait to watch this.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me, I'll take SMU just because they're more talented, but this place should be lit.
Oh yeah. So 1-2. Then UT Martin coming to town. UT Martin, FCS playoff team a year ago. So tread a little bit lightly here.
I want this pilot. It's a matter of national security.
I feel like UT Martin's playing like 100 FBSs this year. Aren't they playing UTEP and Oklahoma State too? They're all in, man.
Yeah.
They're not a bad team though. And this is what I do worry about is if your defense by playing USC and SMU, 2 high-powered offenses, it could be a gut check to your confidence of how well your defense is. You know, I'm going to take Missouri State, but I don't feel amazing. Like I wish they would have had Lindenwood because UT Martin is a team that can beat you. They are a team that can beat you. But give me Missouri State to go 2-2. What are you doing here?
Well, I love that we just throw a jab at Lindenwood in the Missouri State preview. Yeah, I'll go Missouri State. Tricky game, especially when you're coming off SMU. I mean, that's going to be an all-in game with the home opener and stuff, and then they also have the conference opener on deck.
Yeah. Yeah. So 2-2 though. You got to be optimistic about that. And then Western Kentucky comes to town. They got Maverick McIver at the quarterback spot. He followed over his offensive coordinator from Abilene Christian. I'm intrigued. I got to take Western, but I still think these games like
They can get this one.
They could get this one. Now, I think both defenses. This is going to be a shootout, dude. I'll take Western, but this is a game that I feel I have Western to me power rated at my number 2 team, I believe, in the CUSA.
Behind Liberty.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a big gap.
Yeah,
between 1 and 2. I will take Western, but I don't feel amazing about it. I do not feel what I do like though is that it's still September, so it hasn't gotten cold. So give me Western, but so I got them at 2 and 3 after 5. What are you doing here?
Yeah, so I think they'll split these home games with Martin and Western Kentucky. So we gave them 2 50-50 game, or UT Martin's not a 50-50 game. It's probably what, a 60-40 game.
Yeah.
We'll give this. I'll give this one to the Tops as well because we've been on the kinder side. So 2 and 3.
They could be 3 and 2 though.
Yeah,
and I think that's a real reason to be excited.
That should be it for that game too. That's the opener.
100%. 100. Yeah, because it's their first conference game in the FBS. They get a bye week. Shout out to the history of Bear football there in Springfield. They come out of the bye week and they are on a just a Tuesday or Wednesday, I forget.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Conference USA Wednesdays.
They head to Johnny Red Floyd Stadium. I love it. I've been to the stadium, but look, I am one. This is one where I believe Missouri State's a better team than Middle Tennessee. Yeah. So I have them going on the road and getting a win here. So give me 3 and 3 thus far. What are you doing here?
I agree. I'm not a big Middle Tennessee guy. Not high on them this year. A lot of question marks with that roster. And yeah, give me Missouri State off the bye.
CUSA, they go right back to another bye week, refocus, recalibrate. Then they head to Las Cruces, take on New Mexico State. This is another one, Mac. I personally think they're a better team. They've been better than New Mexico. Like since Jerry Kill left New Mexico State, you know, look at life pre-Jerry Kill. Look at life after Jerry Kill. I think Missouri State's a better team. I think they're going to move the ball better. Like I just trust their roster better than now. The defense is one that okay, but New Mexico State seems to be a mess to me. I think Bryant could beat him in the opener. Give me Missouri State 4 and 3. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take New Mexico State. I'll have them split the road games. I think New Mexico State may be a little more improved this year than last year, but I mean last year was a nightmare year after Kill. But yeah, give me a split on the road. I got them 3 and 4.
I got them 4 and 3. There we go. Let's go Bears. Then they come back home to take on FIU. Do you remember what we did in this one?
I want to say we took.
This is Halloween weekend. I mean, it's leading up to Halloween. This is, I think, Wednesday the 29th.
Starting to get cold.
Well, that's why I in Shomari Lawrence revenge game, by the way. But I think we took Missouri State on the show.
Yeah, I'm going to take Missouri State here on this one. I think I did on the other one too.
Yeah, that puts me at 5 and 3 and 4 and 4 for you.
Yep.
Then they head to the Flaming Libs of Liberty. They will lose this game by a lot, in my opinion. So 5 and 4. You at 4 and 5, correct?
Yep, 4 and 5. Yep.
Then they come out of that, and the UTEP Miners come to town. I struggle with this one, man. I mean, UTEP's got the 5-star kid Malachi Nelson coming in. We don't know if he's going to start because they still have the starter from last year, but give me Missouri State. It's going to be cold, man. November 15th. Yeah.
I'll side with the home team. I'm with you. Yeah. Give me that's win number 5. So you got them bowling already.
They're not. I don't think they can. Or wait, they can't play for the conference championship, but I don't think they can, right? The stupid NCAA rules. Yeah.
That means that they'll probably go 9-3.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I got them with the 6th win here, though. I mean, this is a 50-50 game. I do think UTEP's going to be better. Scotty Walden's building that thing.
Mhm.
And it's their only year they're going to get UTEP because they're going to the Mountain West next year. What you got them winning this, you said?
Yeah, I got it beating UTEP here. I think they take care of business at home.
Well, then they hit the road to Kennesaw, Georgia, and man, I think they're better than Kennesaw. Personally, I do.
I do too. Like Kennesaw's replacing everything.
Yeah.
And they
Jerry-
really struggled last year.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, sure they could lose this, but I really like their road schedule, man. To be honest, give me a 7th win.
Yeah, punch that ticket for a bowl game. 6 wins for me.
And then they end the season. Here's my question to you: they end the season with Louisiana Tech. Is Sonny Cumbie coaching this game? And then this is November 29th. You're going to come up there and try to do, throw the ball 60 times a game? I guess I'll take Tech because I feel like their talent level's a little bit better, but I don't know. Especially if he's fired. I could totally see the quit in this.
Yeah.
I'll just, maybe I gave them a couple games on 50-50. Give me La Tech. I got them 7-5. What are you doing here?
I'll match the 7-5. I'll say that they take care of business. They end the season on a 3-game win streak. I don't think Sonny Cumbie will be coaching at this game.
Yeah, remember their DC, who did a great job last year, Jeremiah Johnson, is now at Coastal Carolina. The win total is 4.5, man.
Oh, smash!
What am I missing here, man?
The disrespect for the FCS.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this offense, their road schedule, which is normally okay. Throw the USC game out. At Marshall is very winnable. At Middle Tennessee, very winnable. At New Mexico State, very winnable. At Liberty, okay, brutal. At Kennesaw, in my opinion, they are right now. The fact they get Marshall week 2, I think their roster is better than Marshall's week 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just better than Middle Tennessee roster wise. I think they're better than New Mexico State roster wise. I think they're better than Kennesaw State roster wise. What am I missing here? The ceiling on the season to me is, what if they do get Western Kentucky week 5? That's going to be a shootout.
9-3, I think, is the ceiling.
Which is crazy. It's crazy to think that, but it's like the conference is worse than the Missouri Valley. They went 8-4 in the Missouri Valley, or 8-4 last season in the FCS. But they're in they could improve. Mm-hmm. They really could improve in their first year. I'm trying to think. Worst case scenario is what? SC gets them, Marshall gets them, SMU. They're 0-3. Is there a scenario where they go 5?
To start the year, yeah. I was thinking that. I mean, I gotta think they're at least gonna get 1. Yeah, but then once you get in the Conference USA, man, that thing opens up because this league is not that good, as we keep saying.
But the variance here. So, what's the floor here?
3-9.
So we're saying 9-3 or 3-9.
That's Conference USA in a nutshell, though. Outside of Liberty and I guess Western, all these teams are a flip of a coin.
I do think getting La Tech. This is they have a nice schedule because you're getting Marshall week 2 at the absolute after Georgia, and Marshall I do think will probably turn a corner in November. You are getting a lot of these teams like La Tech a week 14. You don't know that Cumbie's coaching there. Even if he is, they're running air raid in a place that could be freezing. Yeah. On November 29th. You get a bye before both your road games, Middle Tennessee and New Mexico State. Yeah. This is a great schedule. To hit the ground running in the FBS. I can't wait to watch it, dude. And remember, even SMU, which I think SMU will smack them. Don't get me wrong. But SMU is a team that they should have lost to Nevada last year.
Nevada, yeah.
And Nevada won 3 games, so I can't wait to watch it, but I am going to smash this over. I'm surprised it's at 4.5.
Lock.
I think it is, man. I'm the defense is bad, but I'm I think the offensive lines are better in the Valley than in the CUSA. So Food for thought. Lock this thing. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Go
Petrino,
Bears.
Petrino family lock right here. Look at that over 4.5.
That's a disrespectful FCS line.
Yeah. The guys are saying two wins as the floor. I just feel like
What, Kennesaw and
UT Martin?
UT Martin.
I think they're better than New Mexico State and Middle Tennessee, though. I mean, I guess theoretically those are on the road. They could lose them. But I think their roster is better. The fact they have how many teams in this conference have 3 years of continuity? It's one like
not even Liberty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's La Tech. It's La Tech, but their coach might not be there for it.
Hey, that's not good continuity.
No, look at this though. Western Kentucky has some. I mean, they have a new OC, new quarterback, but at least Helton has been there for a while. But Middle Tennessee, year 2 of Derek Mason. Sanchez, year 2 at New Mexico State. Willie Simmons, year 1. Scotty Walden, year 2 at UTEP. Yep. Kennesaw State, Jerry Mack, year 1. I mean, you are playing. I mean, with Chadwell, what? You're going into year 3, right?
Yep.
These guys have been in this offense for a while. I think there's an advantage to that. Tyler, I will bet you they win a road game. There are 4 winnable road games. I bet you they win 2. I will bet you they win 2 road games.
Yeah, Middle, Marshall, New Mexico State, and Kennesaw, those teams aren't good.
Marshall lost their entire fucking team.
Yeah.
Like 40 transfers went to Southern Miss. You're catching them week 2 after Georgia? I think that's a winnable game. Now, I mean, Marshall does have a good crowd. So, I mean, okay, tough environment. But I can tell you this, Middle Tennessee is not a tough environment.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
USA outside of Liberty is not a good environment usually.
Yeah. And I'm one that's jumping on. I'll tell you right now, I'm taking Bryant in the points against New Mexico State week 1. I think Bryant's a live FCS dog against New Mexico State. So yeah, I'm with you. Trick or treat in the chat there. Yeah, let's go. Lock up that over. See you at the winner's circle, folks. That's our show. That's our only one tonight. I will be on VSiN though in about an hour and a half, talking college football, ACC, and Mountain West. But tomorrow we're going to aim for a triple header. The triple header will be the Purdue Boilermakers, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, and we're going to keep it Petrino, the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Oh, yeah. Here we
Let's go. We will see you tomorrow night. Appreciate everyone. Once again, youtube.com/the college experience. I want to let people know too that we had a bunch of coaching interviews. I did not have video. So make sure you're subscribed on iTunes, Spotify, whatever. We had the commissioner of the Mountain West, Gloria Navarez, on the show. Go check out that episode. We had Timmy Chang. We had Jason Eck, New Mexico's new head coach. Troy Calhoun on, and I'm sitting on like 20 episodes here, man. I got Jeff Choate, sat down with Jeff Choate, sat down with a bunch of other Mountain West head coaches, Ken Niamontalolo, big fan of the, long time friend of the program. And then we have just a slew of other ones we got to release. So make sure you're subscribed on the audio side as well, because some of these ones are not on YouTube. So it's like secret. It's like goddamn. It's like the old CDs, man. When you get the extra track, that's like track 19. You didn't know you're listening to 18, and then afterwards, it's like dead silence for 3 minutes, and all of a sudden a song comes on. That's what that is. All right, we're giving you that. And I'll be at ACC Media Days on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're just getting started, folks. Till tomorrow. This is the college football experience, Missouri State style. Enjoy the slideshow on the way out, honoring the history of Missouri State football. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Mailbox 1. Yeah. 7. Message 1.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. My body and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. My body and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. My body and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks, largely cause leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallenged and bored stiff. So arrange the pieces to prepare cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift.
I'm taking a piss right now. It's like
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles taped. Shake the cobweb, hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still I run the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics for spikes. Trampling the home team and the turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pair of feet by the tree that are fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the hair. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause the season goal moves toward it. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without